Hello and welcome back to the channel. I'm Deborah, aka the Sunset Girl Creates, and today we're gonna be working on American Roots by Chuck Pinson. If you've not seen the picture, this is the picture that we'll be working on. It's Chuck Pinson. It's a 29 by 22. We furnished our first row and we're on our second row. And this is coming along quite well, quite fast. I'm still waiting for my red diamonds to get here to be able to finish the flag. But in the meantime, we're going to work on our number one. We're going to work on this dot right here, which will be number 15. Let's see if we've got it out and about. Yes, we do. Number 15 is right here. And our symbol will be 15.762. Our pin we'll be using today is from Jim, and it's down below. Go ahead and look into the description, as well as our multi-placer by Lexi Lilycraft. It is the curved one that I like a lot. It lays down really nice. If I take and bring on some drills, you can see how nice the drills lay on it. And when you lay them down, it is simple as finding your spot and then rolling into place. So you're doing a rolling motion to lay down instead of a flat motion. I mean, you can do a rolling motion with the flat ones. I just find it easier for me. And I might be able to go to the flat ones, but I like these so much. They make it easy, okay? My tray that I'm using today comes from my 3D Designs. It also has a stopper. The stopper is real nice. You can hear it click. See, it clicks in nice and it doesn't come out. I can tip it upside down and those drills are not going anywhere. They're not falling out. This tray is designed to have 2 gray bars if I want, so that I can run multicolors. I choose right now to use it as a single color. I have other ones that actually have spouts for each color. So this one I prefer to use as a single tray, and I'm getting drills all over myself. They're bouncing out today, which is not common. I normally don't have them bounce out. And so I'm just going to get my tray ready for us to get started. I will be using it with my Beadsmith pad. These Beadsmith pads are very handy. You can put them on your board even at a slight angle, and it will hold your drills and they don't fall. I really enjoy using my Beadsmith. It makes it really nice. When you have them, there's a couple ways you can clean them. You can clean them using water and soap, and then you have to let it dry. Or you can use a little alcohol on a cotton ball or a cotton swab of some kind. And you can just wash it that way. And it will become, the sticky will come back, right? So you don't have to worry about losing the sticky or what happens when the sticky's gone. Did you waste all your money and throw it out? No, just throw a little alcohol on it. Seriously, I have had this for 3 years now. It's still in the same condition I bought it in, and it works just the same as it did when I bought it. And it keeps everything in place. It's really easy for me to get my diamonds on the drill pin, see, and how fast and quick they are and how nice and straight they are on the pin. The key to multi-placing is really making sure that when you put the diamonds on your pin, that those diamonds are straight when you put them on the pin. Because now all you're going to do is you're going to lay it down where you want that first drill, and you're going to roll it, and they're going to stay straight because you started out straight. So remember, your main thing is always to have your drill straight on your drill, on your multiplacer, and if you do, you have a really good shot at laying it down nice and straight. Also, practice. I didn't get to the 8-placer by doing the 8-placer all the time. I started out by doing a 4-placer, a 6-placer, and then an 8-placer. I can do the 10, but the 10s break, so I like the number 8 and how nicely 8 goes down, and I have a whole lot of time that I don't have to readjust anything when I lay those diamonds down. I have my swim noodle on the other end. It's like falling off. We're almost to the end of where I can use a swim noodle on that side. I'll swap it, put it on this side. When it's on this side, you guys will be able to see it. I'll be able to show it to you a little bit better because it will be available for us to see on the painting, right? We'll be able to see that. So our article we'll be reading today from the Diamond Art Club blog is Diamond Painting Kits for Adults. 7 reasons why diamond art isn't just for kids. So there's multiple reasons that diamond art isn't just for kids, but some of the most amazing artwork can be found in diamond art, right? I mean, that's my opinion. I'm asking you. I mean, look at some of this artwork that I would never be able to have in my house unless I took 6 months to cross stitch a big, and 6 months to do a big cross stitch like this size, is meaning that I would have to do it all day, every day. You know, and then I'd be lucky if I got it done at this size, right? I got a hair. And so I love cross-stitching, don't get me wrong. And I think I'm going to do some cross-stitching this afternoon. I really enjoy cross-stitching, and so I really want to get back on my hot air balloon that I haven't touched in months. Now see, let me show you something. So look at this mess, right? That's not going to lay down straight. So look, I have 1 diamond sitting on top of 2 diamonds, and then I have big spaces. So if your multiplacer looks like this, it's going to lay down like it looks. So if I lay this down the way it is, right, and I'm doing this as a demonstration, and it's not because this is the way I always diamond paint, okay? So I want to show you. We laid down diamonds. These 4 that were nicely together are laying down together. Then you have this one that's off kilter. This one's in place. Kind of, it needs to come down some, and so does that. And the other diamond is still left on my pin. So now do you see the importance of picking up your diamonds and making sure? I mean, you're laying down 8 diamonds at a time. You can slow down a little bit and calm down. And I got some wax on my canvas. I'm just gonna get that off real quick. When you get wax on your canvas, I found a lot of times I can just pick it up with the end of my pen, and that wax comes right off the canvas, usually just like that, and I can put that back in. Then I just need to adjust these ones up because they were slightly off, right? And that's because they weren't on my pen right. So I take a little bit more time when I'm working with multiples, because I need to make sure that when they're on my pen, whether they be 8 or whether they be 4, because it doesn't matter how many I can lay up to 8 depending on how many I want. So I can do anywhere from 1 to 8 on here, right? So I have 4 on here, and all I'm going to do is roll those 4 on, right? And now they look great. That whole line looks awesome, right? And that's because I made sure. I don't have to make sure. Look, I can go like this, and I can pull them up, and I can lay them on the canvas, and I do a quick glance, right? I don't have to do a big look, and there were only 7 there. I only have to do a quick glance, right? To make sure that I have the right amount of diamonds on the pen. And I really enjoy being able to, I bounce around all over, so I'm never going to be in the same spot. I have plenty of areas to diamond paint, so I'm going to probably do a little jumping around. Not that it's a bad thing as long as I get the colors in. I had already done all the colors around here, and the reason that I jumped over here to get this done, I thought I had wax, it was an AB, sorry. The reason that I wanted to jump back over here is because these were all done. This whole area has already been completed from here down on this section, and I saw that I had a few up here that I had missed. So I'd rather come up here and finish what I missed and make sure I don't miss any more between here and here. And then I can go on, right? So I can continue to put them in a place where I make sure that I haven't missed them, right? So I'm really just kind of going through, making sure I haven't missed anything from here on up. I know that I have all of this bottom stuff to do. So I'm just making sure everything in the top has been kind of cleared off, because I'll do a second glance again when I'm all done. But it helps when I started on this side to just kind of come up here and see if there's anything I missed up in the top section. And there's always something that I'm going to miss. It doesn't matter. I'm going to get as many done as I can. And then I'm going to put this tray back, this bottle back in the box. And I'm going to start another color, and I'll find inevitably a spot I missed. But, you know, usually it's only 1 or 2 drills that I missed now instead of big chunks. And I can't say that because I did miss a big chunk recently. But most of the time I don't. Usually it's when the colors, it's usually in a very highly confetti spot. So most of this painting is not a highly confetti painting at all. But when you do get into the tree and the bushes and the sky, yes. It then gets a little bit harder, right, to keep track of. And so I really, sorry, I had to stop my dog from biting on herself. She's, we're trying to really work with her and get her to stop. She does it as she acts like she doesn't, she's always itching and stuff, and we've had her tested and there's no itching going on. I do give her Benadryl periodically. I think that just calmed her right down, because when I tell her I'm going to give her Benadryl, she sits down and is good. Baby girl, do you want Benadryl? Sorry, I'm talking to my dog. Sit down. Okay. I think she's going to stop her wandering and digging and scratching at herself and lay down. She did. Good. Sorry about that. As a disclaimer, I do have 2 dogs. We talk about them all the time on the channel. I talk about my 2 dogs. So sometimes they're going to do things they're not supposed to be doing. Sometimes they're going to bark. Sometimes they're going to get up behind me and lay on the couch and blur everything out. So all we have is sun and blur marks all over the place. But so thank you so much for bearing with me if I have to chat with the dogs or calm them down. It makes it easier so I don't have to shut off the camera and start over. Not that it's hard to put the frames together. I have iMovie. It's free on my iPhone and it works brilliantly. I can just drag and drop each one of my frames in and it makes the movie for me. It's a pretty cool. I love YouTube Studio, I have to say. It can do a lot of things. I also like iMovie. iMovie does everything I need to do to prep the movie. Then I export the movie. Then I have to upload the movie, and then I have to let it. Then it uploads, and then YouTube has to process it before it actually lets it become live on a channel. So they check it, make sure that it's appropriate, those kind of things, and then they release it. So there's all kinds of things that happen from the time that I'm actually sitting here and creating the video until you actually see the video. As you've noticed, sometimes I don't always get the title screens up on the site, but every other day or so. And I'm going to try harder to, because now I'm a day ahead. So the video you see today, I recorded yesterday. So this way it's already up there. It's already set. Everything's ready to go. Once this video's done, I will release that video and make it public, and you'll be able to see it. So what I'm going to try to do from now on is I'm a day ahead now, which is what I was trying to get ahead on. And so now I'm a day ahead on videos. So the video that I'm processing today will upload to YouTube tomorrow. That gives me a little bit of time to get in there and process it. So I found out, I only thought there was public that I could upload to. And then I found the setting where it allowed me to upload to not only just upload it public, but I can upload them private, and then I can go back in and do what I need to do before I release them. And so that's what I'm doing now. I'm uploading everything in a private state. I go in and fix them, and then before I release them, I make sure that they're fine. Now that I know how to do that and figured that out, I've also figured out how to put our title screens in, how to put our end screens in. So you should start seeing the subscribe button at the end. You should start seeing the WIP and Chat folder available for you to click on to find all of our WIP and Chats. And if it's a unboxing, then I'll put the unboxing what are they called? Playlists up for you. So it, depending on the type of movie that I'm uploading, will be the playlist that I put up there for you. There's always, underneath the playlist, there's 4 or 5 different types of playlists. If you want to go in there, there may not be videos in there and anything, but I want to say something. When I was trying to process and export the video from iMovie back to my iPhone, I was having issues uploading to the cloud. I got everything fixed. I got everything up to the cloud. I deleted it and thought I had everything that I needed to process. And the videos for the Chuck Pinson accidentally got deleted, I think. So I've been sitting here trying to process this video, and it says it's downloading for the cloud for days. So I'm sorry, you guys are not going to be able to see the kitting up of the Chuck Pinson, but I will make sure. Now I know I've figured out some of the issues and what was happening And I've cleared off a lot of space on my phone, so I shouldn't be having any more phone issues. I've had to upgrade my cloud for Apple to the 2 terabyte, so I have enough room. Now, mind you, I've been using my Apple account for many years, so it's taken me a long time to get to the 2 gigs. And when you're an artist and you do like major artwork and then you save it to your computer, I do a lot of silhouette designing, so I design a lot of my own silhouettes sometimes. It depends on what I'm working on. I do have commercial licenses for everything that I have, as well as having and if I don't have commercial license, I won't use it on the channel. So I can use certain ones that I have that have commercial licenses that I will be able to share on the channel. I will have to make sure that when we get to those, that the description boxes are slightly different. And I will make sure that I set that up so that they're slightly different, because they will encompass different things than what a diamond painting would do. I will need to go and look. I might have to do some modifications to the cross-stitch one that's already up in there. And I'm thinking I might switch out my cross-stitch and move it to a cross-stitch whip and chat folder, so that there's diamond painting whip and chats and there's cross-stitch whip and chats, so that you can be able to choose whichever genre. And if we're doing silhouette, or if we're doing knitting, or if we're doing crocheting, whatever the craft may be, once we do one on the channel, we will then be able to, oops, sorry, I'm trying to plug in my light pad so it will turn on. And the cord is connected right where the camera cord is, so give it just a second. Okay, there, we should be able to turn on our light pad now. Where is it? Come on, there we go. Okay, oh, that's much better. Can't we see that better? Oh, yeah, we should have done that a long time ago. I was wondering why it was so dark. So I will make sure that we have separate whip and chats for the different crafts that we do. That way, if you want to find a whip and chat on cross stitch, you can do that. Or if you want it while you're cross stitching, or if you want a diamond painting, whatever craft you're doing, there'll be a diamond painting. There'll be a playlist for you. So everything's been cleaned up in the studio. Everything's looking good. We have our end screens. We have that. I have a few other things that I'm going to be working on to enhance the channel. Those will come in time. I have some more ideas that I am not quite ready to speak about quite yet. So we'll go over those in the future when they become more closer to volition. Right now they're only in the thinking stage, so there's not been anything done to bring them about. I will get on that and get working on that so that we can get that taken care of. So what's going on with me? Not a whole lot. We finally were able to put our table back in our chairs and go sit outside yesterday. Yay! I love being outside more than being stuck. And I feel like I'm stuck. When I'm inside, I feel like I'm stuck inside. And I don't like to feel like I'm stuck anywhere, right? I'm not a let's get stuck anywhere kind of girl. And so it's so nice to be able to go sit outside and enjoy the day and not have to worry too much and get stressed too much on anything I may need help with, right? So with that, I think we're going to get started on our article. So, diamond painting kits for adults, 7 reasons why diamond art isn't just for kids. So the art of crafting is much more than merely a childish activity to keep the kids entertained across the globe. Love crafting. Adults across the globe love crafting, as there are so many different project ideas to create beautiful works of art that you can display in your home or give as gifts. From crocheting to knitting to diamond art painting and pottery, the options are endless when it comes to art and crafts for adults. Not only are these projects fun and rewarding, they actually provide adults with real benefits as well, including reduced levels of anxiety and depression. If you've never tried your hand at one of these diamond art painting kits for adults, check out some of the benefits, and then pick a night and have the girls over and sit down with your SO and start a new project. So, or sit down with your SO and start a new project. Okay, so it's a little warm in here. Let me turn my fan. I don't know why I didn't turn it on before we started. I usually do. Okay. My hair's down, and it's warm today. It's humid today, and I'm really feeling it this morning. Benefits of diamond art painting for adults. So before we get into the benefits of diamond art painting for adults, let's just think about it. What benefits do we get when we diamond paint? What do we feel when we diamond paint? Well, for me, I get feelings of calmness. It allows me to practice my concentration skills. They allow me to not be so anxious all the time. So there's lots of reasons to keep arts and crafts. They keep me sane. They help me function on a day-to-day basis. So sometimes I get up and physically I'm so much in pain that I can't do anything but sit here and craft. And if I didn't have crafts, what would I do? I'd be sitting here staring at a TV, right? Because I can't get out like I used to. I can't get out and go run around like I used to. I just can't do it physically anymore, right? And I do what I have to do, but it can be very difficult at times. And so I really just try to, keep things calm and quiet around, right? So that, I have a peaceful environment to craft and to keep healthy. So, benefits of diamond art painting for adults. Number 1, it reduces feelings of stress and anxiety. Hold on. Wolf, get down. Dog down. Come on. Come on. Down. They're mowing in the next yard. Let me get the dog down and I'll be right back. Okay, she's down now. So, 1, reduces feelings of stress and anxiety. So, artwork in all forms can provoke intense emotional responses from the viewers and creator, because art is often used as an outlet for emotional trauma, to relieve feelings of pressure, or to interpret something beautiful. The mental impact that arts and crafts have on the brain is astonishing. So researchers have found significant observation evidence that suggests crafting is an excellent activity to relieve negative thoughts and feelings and lower your level of stress and anxiety. If you're the type of person to get too wrapped up in your work, or you're inclined to have feelings of anxiety regularly, you may want to start your own diamond art painting project, focusing on your project and what you're doing right in that moment. Helps to take your mind off other thoughts that may be bothering you or causing feelings of distress. In some ways, working on a craft is almost a form of meditation, as it gives your brain one simple task to focus on, allowing all the other thoughts to melt away. So, when I'm sitting here, I think a lot, right? When you're sitting here, you think a lot. I do. But when I really get into my diamond painting, and this is all I'm doing, and I'm not concentrating on what somebody else wants me to do, or being there for somebody who needs me to be there for them, or whatever the reason, when I do get my chance to sit here, I try to do it quietly and really enjoy the process of laying down the drills. Now see, I didn't check my drill pin, and they weren't on the pin very well, because had they been on the pin very well, they would have laid straighter. So, yeah, if I have tips and tricks as we go, I will tell you them as we go, because it's always nice as somebody's diamond painting, and when somebody sees them, oh, this might be a nice thing to share with my friends. A tip and a trick, okay? So it might be a tip, it might be a trick, but you're still teaching me something I might not have known, right? So I've learned lots just by watching a lot of WIP and chats. How people lay down their diamonds, how people multi-place, you know, and everybody does it a little bit different and what works for them, right? So the one thing that I have to say that I really liked about the Diamond Dots canvas more than diamond art, in the fact that when I'm doing the circles for diamond dots, they fit very snugly together, similar to the way squares do. But I've found that the rounds in Diamond Art Club, they don't touch as closely as the rounds, as nicely as the rounds in Diamond Dots. They come really close and they touch and they're closer together. Diamond Art Club still lays down diamonds. Their diamonds lay down amazing. I'm not going to say that I have issues with Diamond Art Club in any way. And it's just, I found with Diamond Dots, their circles just sit closer together and look just slightly nicer. We'll take a look at the Diamond Dots closely, and I'm holding off because I want to be able to do the Hometown Pride and American Roots at the end for everybody all at one time. I don't want to do multiple videos when we're doing it for the month of July. So these are my paintings for the month of July. So I'm concentrating on my paintings for the month of July right now. And that's all that matters to me, right? The only thing that matters to me as I sit here every day is the painting that I'm working on currently. Okay, so I don't worry about what my next painting may be, or what may happen in the next storm that may come, right? I don't allow myself the freedom to think about those things, the bad things, what's going to happen in the storm. Because if I don't give myself permission that I don't have to think about them, I will constantly think about them, right? So I don't have to, though. And that's the thing, I tell myself I don't have to think about the bad things. Don't worry about the bad things. Let's just concentrate on what's good now, and let's keep going and move forward with the life that we have, right? We don't need to stay angry for long periods of time. I'm a lot shorter on holding my anger than I used to, but my husband still doesn't like it. He says I hold on to it for too long. So that's something I guess I need to work on. And, you know, we don't know what we need to work on unless somebody helps us learn what we need to work on, right? I just want to put another disclaimer in right now. I'm probably going to turn off the camera a few times, maybe, because they're doing... Okay, the disclaimer I was just talking about was for the lawnmower that is in the backyard next door. I guess they decided that 8 o'clock in the morning was the time that they were going to start mowing the lawn. So, yeah, I try to get it done before people start mowing their lawns in the mornings or anything like that. And I really should shake my diamonds. And I'm really being lazy. And that means I'm not getting diamonds as consistently on as I need. But if I roll it back and forth a few times, they tend to go in place where they need to be, and now they're straight. They didn't start out that way, but when I rolled them, they did. So I'm going to be placing those diamonds right here. So I'm just going to roll and make sure that they land on their circles. And look at how nice that is. Beautiful. And I might have to adjust the ones above. And because I'm crazy about adjusting. I love to adjust my drills. I don't know why. I just... See, I check them again, and I run my drills there, and down they go, and it's a beautiful lay again. I love how these lay so nicely, right? And it has nothing to do with the multiplacer. When they're not in place, it's my fault. It really is. It's not anybody else's fault. It's not a mechanical issue fault. It's my fault only. So let's keep going. If you're the type of person to get too wrapped up in your work, or you're inclined to have feelings of anxiety regularly, you may want to start your own diamond art painting project. Focusing on your project and what you are doing in the moment helps to take your mind off other thoughts that may be bothering you or causing feelings of distress. In some ways, working on a craft is almost a form of meditation, as it gives your brain one simple task to focus on, allowing all of the other thoughts to melt away. So we let the thoughts melt away. So what does that do to number 2, which is can enhance brain function? So how does diamond painting enhance brain function? So that's interesting. To me, your creative side comes from your brain, right? So by using your brain and that creative side of your brain and using it to do things, you're going to strengthen that left brain. Because just because you're using the right brain, you're still using your left brain at the same time, right? At least I am, because I'm a numbers person and I'm very much on having things intricate, but I'm not a perfectionist, right? Because if I was a perfectionist, I would care that every single one of these diamonds was perfectly placed, right? If I was a perfectionist, I like it to look nice, right? As long as it looks pretty straight, and when you look at it from a distance, you can't tell if there's one that's wibbly wobbly or what. you know, because I can't be perfect. My hands twitch. My hands don't always, I'll drop things. All of a sudden, I'll just drop things, and then my drills go everywhere, right? So I have to be careful when I'm diamond painting. And I hold extra pressure on my diamond painting pen so I don't lose it when I'm laying diamonds down. You know, so you learn to do things differently. So sometimes by doing those things differently, you're enhancing your brain function, right? So let's see what they have to say. That's only my thoughts on brain function, and I kind of wanted to give them before I read and saw what they said. So while some view the arts as a fun subject that doesn't provide much of a way of cognitive learning, research has found that that's not the case, particularly as people get older. Okay, I'm 53, and I'm holding on because I hear that lawnmower. I think they're going to stay away from where we're at. Especially as we get older, right? So when we age, it's important to still challenge our brains by learning different skills and trying different hobbies, as this practice can create new neurons connections, helping our brain to develop. Decades of research have also found that practicing a variety of art forms can improve our ability to control our emotions and understand our experiences, boost fine motor skills, and increase creativity. All of these outcomes are beneficial to adults because it allows us to continue cultivating our social, mental, and emotional interactions. So, the decades of research have found that practicing a variety of art forms can improve our ability to control our emotions and understand our experiences, boost motor skills, and increase creativity. So out of all of that paragraph, that's the only sentence that I can pull out that really justifies how you can enhance your brain functions. All of the rest is just kind of a little bit of giggly gawk and challenging yourself. So, you know, there's times that I want to challenge myself with a diamond painting, right? And when I do one of my Czech Pinsons, it's typically a challenge because there's so much confetti in the Czech Pinsons normally, okay? Normally. But this particular Czech Pinson that I chose is not a highly confetti painting. I would call it kind of a confetti multi-placing, because I'm really doing confetti multi-placing more than I'm doing confetti by itself. So to me, confetti multi-placing is like what I'm doing now. I'm sitting here doing a few diamonds in this section, right? And I'm putting them on. But it's not a whole group it's not this big batch of diamonds. That would be considered having a patch of diamonds in one place. Now that's considered multi-placing, right? Because you can just lay down all the diamonds in that one spot, not worry, right? So you have these big, like the Minions, there were big patches of the same color, right? On this particular painting, there's a lot of multi-placing options. However, a lot of them are scattered amongst other colors. So sometimes I might only be putting 2 or 3 diamonds down, right? But I'm using my multi-placer. I don't have to do them one at a time if I don't choose to, right? So there's lots of multi-placing options, but it is a multi-placing confetti. I don't know that anybody's ever come up with it, but that's really the way I think of it, is because I have a line here of one color, a line here of a color, and a line here of a different color. And the colors change each line, right? I mean, this one is kind of lucky. You have one line, but part of it is one color and part of it's another on the other side. So you don't have these full, long, big patches. So this is confetti, multi-placing. But then I have other areas that are just confetti, right? That just have to have only one or two diamonds in a sea of 1,000, right? So if you're looking at this, there's a lot of confetti multiplacing because it's not a whole lot of areas, but the colors are scattered throughout the canvas, so you're constantly doing a color and you have to go through the section and make sure, because there's large amounts of those within the confetti and you got to try to make sure you don't miss them. So this one is kind of one of those medium mind builders for me. This is not a challenge, right? But it's an intermediate challenge because I do have confetti. It's just multi-placing confetti versus single placing confetti, in my opinion. And I don't know if anybody else calls it that, but you know, that might be my own word. Note to tell Jen to add it to her book if it's not there. If it's not on our list, I'll email her that one. I think it's a good one. Maybe she'll add it to her book. So multi-placing confetti is a way of doing it, and then you just have confetti, or you have multi-placing. So I kind of find that there's three types of canvases for me. One that's heavy on the single placing that has lots of confetti. And that was really the way that which one did we just finish? The Thomas Kincaid, the Diamond Dots. Hometown Pride, that's it. Hometown Pride was a lot of plain confetti. That one was. I got it done in a week. That one would typically take me longer. It should take me less time. I can typically do a painting that size in about 5 days. This one took me 7 because there was confetti in it. So there is a difference when you're thinking about your diamond painting and how you choose it. Do you need something to challenge you because you feel like you're needing to be challenged? Do you have it? Do you not? Do you just need something to relax and just kind of diamond paint? So you want a multi-placing one, one that you have a lot of multi-placing, right? If you just want to sit and relax. The more confetti you have, the more challenging it is. But I also think on the other realm, the more multi-placing you have can also be a point of boredom, right? Because I know I've had multi-placing in a lot of my canvases, but I make sure that I don't have canvases that have a whole background that is white or black. I don't want to do that much multi-placing. I could really care less about, I want a picture to take up the whole canvas. I'm not one that wants to see a main picture and then just a plain background, right? If I'm doing a background on something, I want it to have it can have some multi-placing or some confetti, but not 100%, right? So I really just try to see where I'm at and what point I'm in, and am I being challenged? Do I need to challenge myself a little more, or do I need something to just kind of relax? Or am I choosing one of my paintings based on a theme? So these two were picked based on a theme. I did not pick them whether they were easy or hard. So these ones I've given myself kind of a hard deadline of the end of July to finish this one, right? I had a hard deadline to finish the minions by the end of June, and now I'm putting myself on a hard deadline to finish this one by the end of July. Now, today is only the 10th, so that means I have 21 more days. I have 3 more weeks to get this accomplished, right? So that means I need, I have 3 weeks. So do I think that it's going to be an issue getting this done within the next 3 weeks? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. This is going to fly. It's going to go fast. And I can almost guarantee you that maybe even by the end of next week, this one could be done. Wouldn't that be fun? I don't have any more 4th of July ones, though. So this would have to be the end of my July paintings. But if we can get this done, maybe we can find another one to get started on, right? And now that I've gotten this started, and I know that I have 3 weeks to get this completed, it makes me a little bit happy because there's no way that it's going to take me 3 weeks to complete this. I'm going to finish this section today and move on to that tomorrow, and then I have, I think, 2 more rows to do, right? Because I think I'm pretty close to the center of the painting. The center of the painting will be in the middle of this one, so there's probably 3 more rows left, right? So even if it takes me 4 days, that still gives me 3. Let's see if so this one has to finish within 2 days, right? Then that gives me another 4 days to finish that one, and then 4 days for that one, and 4 days for that one. And that's only 12, 13, 14 days. So there's still another 7 days. So what am I going to do? So I was worried about whether I'd get this done on time. And now that I've figured out that I will get done on time, if I'm in the mood to cross stitch, I will cross stitch. And I was yesterday, but I wasn't sure if I put down my diamond painting, if this thing would be done on time. And I've since found that yes, it will be done on time, so we will work on it, and we'll probably throw some cross stitching in. I don't know that I'll do a cross stitching whip and jet. Maybe. I haven't really worked on my cross stitch much lately, so maybe I will do a cross stitch whip and jet. You never know. If you're interested in seeing more cross-stitch whip and jets, let me know. I'll be happy to add more of those in. And once I get done with some of my deadlines in August, I wanted to do some other fun activities as well. So I might be bringing out some knitting. I know I have a sweater to finish. I'm working on an Afghan for my grandchildren's great-grandmother. It's a big a sample blanket, one that she chose out that she wanted, and she bought all the yarn, and now it sits in my house and I've got to finish it. So I'll be working on finishing her Afghan, so I've got that on my plate as well. That one's kind of not one that has to get done right away. It gets done as I want to do it. So I will probably start working on that more. I just want to make sure that when I set hard deadlines for certain things that I can accomplish that before I add other things in to what I'm working on. So, I'm not on any hard deadlines on any of my other crafts at this point. The only hard deadline I have is to get this done by the end of July. The other one I have is this one is my sweater, and it has to be done by September at the latest. So when it starts, we usually don't see cold weather until December, but September, October, I want to get it done. All I've got to do is finish the cuff on one sleeve and do the other sleeve, and that sweater's done. I really want it done so that I can wear it this winter. my fibromyalgia, I get really cold, so I've been making myself sweaters. So once this sweater's done, I have to get another sweater on the needles. And I have one that I'm not real super happy with right now, so it's been like, it doesn't have, but the start of the, I've just done the top of the sweater. I haven't even started arms or even counting out to string the arms yet. So I might be pulling that one out, but I'm not real thrilled with it at this point. I really like the pattern. I think I'm just mad at, I was just mad at myself. So I put it away. And so I'm going to pull that one out as well next month and look at it. See if it's something that I find as a viable thing that I can finish in a timely manner to be able to have it done in time to wear it. Then yes, I will pull it out and we can work on that too. And if I do my knitting, I'm going to do a whip and chat where you can see my face when I knit, because I think that's really the best way, because then you can see my hands. So we'll do a knitting video sometime next month. So we have lots of things coming up. I'm really excited with some of the things that I've got planned coming up. I've been really thinking about what I can do to boost our channel so it's not just diamond painting, because I'm an avid crafter. I'm not an avid diamond painter, so there's a difference for me. I love diamond painting and I will do it the rest of my life. However, I also love scrapbooking, crocheting, knitting, cross-stitching, doing puzzles. So I have lots of things that I really enjoy doing, and I want to get back to some of those crafts as well. I have a habit of choosing one craft and doing that craft until I know it so well. I know it like the back of my hand, right? To me, doing a craft, that's what I think about when I'm thinking about doing my crafts, right? What makes me happy? What do I want to do? Is there something I can do that I can share my crafts or my thoughts or my crafting understanding with anybody? I'm happy to do series like we're doing right now. We're finishing up Diamond Art Club's, well, I think we're about halfway through Diamond Art Club's articles, and we really do need to get back to the rest of our article. But these articles really make me excited and happy and opens my brain to thoughts that I can tell you guys that can really maybe help you. And helping you allows me to help myself as well. It allows me to know that there's things out there I don't know and understand, and I may have to go find out, or we may have to go through and read articles about it, right? So what kind of things do we want to read articles about? I mean, is it knitting? Do you want to learn about knitting next? Do you want diamond painting again? So let's get through these. We're about halfway through these. And then I'm just trying to see what I want to do next on our whip and chats. I'm really enjoying these articles. I've learned a lot from these articles, and I've also been able to share a lot from these articles. So it really makes me happy. 3, offers a creative outlet. Creativity is an important part of being human. And there's a lot of people out there that don't feel that they're creative at all. But you can put them in front of a pre-designated art craft like paint by numbers, diamond painting, not counted cross stitch, but stamped cross stitch, So things like that where they don't have to try to be creative, they can just do it, right? And then there's more diverse crafts for people who don't think that. But everybody's creative, they just don't know that they're creative. So like my husband says he's not creative, but you give him Legos and he loves to play with the Legos. So, you know, it's things like that. We just have to find out where where is the creative outlet for somebody. Some men it's working on cars, some men it's doing Legos, some men it's doing yard work. There's so many things out there. So there's things for men to do, but you got to understand they're just as welcome in the craft world as well as any woman. So even if you're not artistically inclined, there are dozens of great arts and crafts for adults, like diamond art painting, that can still challenge your brain, inspire your imagination, and provide a sense of accomplishment once you've completed a project. Yeah. Yeah. Isn't that fun? When we complete a project and we can move on, right? We've completed it, we can frame it, and now we put it up on our wall, and now we can move on. Or, like me, I'm going to make a wallpaper wall or a collage wall. That's what some people call it. To me, it's wallpaper. I'm just going to do it from the top to the bottom. Well, probably not, just probably to the center point, only because I have we have a bookcase there, so it'll probably come down to the bookcase. That'll be the first wall. If I like it, I probably do a second wall. So, oh shoot, do we have a nice glare? Let me move that light. Sorry about the glare. I see it's not. Is it this light that's glaring, or is it? Oh, hold on. No. Where's the glare coming from there? Okay, there we go. Got it. Sorry about the glare. That was the dog. Oh, let's put this light back on. Now we know what the glare was. This light's fine. Okay. So, growing our creativity can help us flourish in other aspects of life too, whether it be careers, our social lives, or our actual artistic endeavors. Artists and writers always look to their favorite creators for inspiration in their own work. If you enjoy playing music or making art, you may very well benefit from participating in activities like diamond art painting to heighten your creativity and spark a new idea for a different kind of project. So, yeah, that's really a nice, fascinating way of looking at things. You can use it as a way of creativity. By working on here and thinking about how I want to do the flag. So let's move this and look at our flag, right? And let me move the light up so that we can see the whole flag, right? So we're looking here at the flag, and my damn dog messed with these again, and now we've got glares. Okay. I'm looking at the flag, and I have to decide, do I want to do this flag the same as I do my flag like banners? No. I want my American flag to stand out. So what am I going to do with the American flag to make this American flag itself? So there's two of them, right? We have two American flags on here, right? I have one here, and I have one here. Okay, and then I have these banners. So these banners are just banners. They're not our actual flag. So on the American flags, I'm going to be using only red, white, and blue, and they're going to be the dark blue and 666, which is my favorite color, red. And so 666, and then we'll be using whatever number 1 in this kit is because that is our AB. And then we're also going to be using the 666 on all the red so that our flags stand out, right? Because I want them to stand out better than these, right? Because these are my American flags. They're the ones that mean something to me. That's why I wanted the American flags to be standing out. And then I could do my banners across the bottom as they regularly are. So I am going to also, though, in these banners, because red did not come as a AB, all of the 666 in the red section, so these pluses, and that's why these have not been filled in, is because all of the pluses within here, I'm totally replacing all of the 666. So all 666 in these banners will now be AB, because there's white ABs and there's blue ABs and there's white ABs but no red ABs. So I bought the red ABs. I'm waiting for them to come. They came with some waxes and some tweezers. I had to do a minimum of $10. I needed to try some new waxes because I'm using Diamond Art Club in the end of my pen. This, I used the mini, what are they called? They're like the sticky drops, right? So I use those, the glue dots. The micro glue dots I use in my pen. And then in here I use Diamond Art Club, but with the humidity in Florida, it's not lasting as long as I want. So I think this one came with 10 samples of different kinds of wax. So we're gonna try the 10 samples. When they get here, I'll let you know that they're here. But I'll open on the, I'll do an unboxing on the channel when they get here. So you'll be able to see when they get here. I ordered it all from Tmall. I'm really excited about my tweezers because I'll have a set of tweezers now, pokey ones that bend, and then I'll have flat ones, the kind of flat ones, in the rainbow color. So I'm really excited about that. Number 4, hopes to cope with feelings of sadness or depression. So I deal with bouts of depression and sadness. I don't do as much in the way of sadness as I do in the way of, how do I put this? I do more depression than sadness, right? Does that make sense? I know they say depression makes you cry and all that, and I'm not a big crier, okay? I get tears when something special comes on the TV, so like I'm watching a movie or I'm watching a show and say somebody has a baby or somebody gets married or it's something sweet like that. Yes, my hardcore does get little tears in my eyes, but I really enjoy every day that I get to do some kind of art. It keeps me from getting depressed, right? I'm not depressed because I do art. I'm not sad because I do art. But now I'll tell you, clinical depression is way different than anything you're thinking, right? Because clinical depression is hard, but there's ways of getting out of it. You can take medication, but I don't take medication. So how are the ways that I deal with it, right? Because I have to deal with this stuff on a daily basis, right? And so how do I deal with it? I deal with it every day by diamond painting or knitting or crocheting. And even on the days that I just say I don't feel like doing anything, I just want to sit here and do nothing. When I get those feelings, those are the times that I know are most important for me to craft. And I'll tell my husband, look, today's not a good day, but I'm going to craft to make it a better day. So, yeah, I really find it a good way for me to process. And when I'm done, I've completed something, and now I've got an accomplishment, and I'm less depressed than I was before. Okay? Of course, this type of art therapy should be intermingled with other types of help, whether it be medication or more traditional therapy, but it can inspire feelings of motivation and purpose in those suffering from clinical depression. So like I said, that kind of repeats it. There's other parts of it that you work with, but this is a good way to help yourself. So, think about it. Even if you're just experiencing temporary feelings of sadness, try using your diamond painting accessories to create a beautiful masterpiece that can take your mind off whatever emotions you're going through. The greatest result of starting and finishing a project like this is the sense of achievement that you experience once you've completed the painting. This can help alleviate more serious mental health issues, or just provide the pick-me-up that you need to work through your emotions and find something fulfilling to do. So as long as I do my crafts and I keep working, and if I feel like coming on, I have learned ways to process. So basically what I'm doing is I'm processing those feelings, right? So I can sit here and I can diamond paint, and I can concentrate only on my diamond painting. That's all I'm going to concentrate on, right? I'm not going to do anything else. And sometimes that's all I need to help myself to keep from falling into a depression that I can't handle on my own, right? Because I don't deal with it as often as I used to. It's not as bad as it used to be. My ups are not as high. And I have been diagnosed clinically with bipolar, so I've dealt with these issues most of my life, but I've always found ways to help myself motivate. And I've been to many hours of counseling. And so I've learned a lot in those years of counseling. And if I need to go back, I will. But right now, I don't. I'm doing good where I'm at. So, number 5. It increases focus and productivity. So yeah, when you get going, you sometimes totally lose track of everything else that's going around you, right? Because I know when I get done with this video, and I have some more paperwork to finish Social Security that I'm working on. But once that paperwork is done, I will just concentrate on this. And by concentrate on laying these long lines of diamonds, and just laying diamonds and making it beautiful, and watching myself create this beautiful picture as I go, right? Because this is a gorgeous picture as we go. So, some adults tend to think that completing a crafting project as an adult is a waste of time that could be spent on something more productive. Yes, I've heard that from many people. I am too busy. I don't have time to craft. I don't have time to. I just want to sit down and relax. Well, when you're sitting down relaxing, pull out a diamond painting, because you can relax with your diamond painting, right? It doesn't have to be a big one. It can be a small one. I know you're up going all the time, but there's going to be some time of downtime, right? Use that downtime. It is a very productive. You're making art. You're making something beautiful for your house, right? Or you're making something beautiful for somebody else's house. Whatever the reason you're making it, you're making beautiful art, right? So let's see what they say. However, crafting even just for a minute can help you refocus your brain and inspire feelings of motivation. So you don't have to do it very long. Lay 10 diamonds while you sit. If you're a single placer, lay 10 diamonds. How long does it take to lay 10 diamonds? Let's lay 10 diamonds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So did it take us very long? Less than a minute. So do you have 5 minutes of your time? Can you lay 50 diamonds? Because in 10 minutes, and if you do 10 diamonds a minute, okay? Times it by 10. How many are you going to lay? You're going to lay 1,000 diamonds in 10 minutes, right? And if you're a multiplacer, you're going to lay even more, even faster, right? Because how long does it take me to lay 8 diamonds, right? Let me get 8 diamonds because I'm low on these diamonds. I should put more in my thing. So how long does it take me to do 8 diamonds? That long. So if I do 8 diamonds that way, it's going to go way faster, right? And as long as you have the same color and you're laying the same color, all you have to do is rearrange shake your tray when you need to occasionally, and you just lay, right? So you really do get motivation. Some businesses even encourage their employees to take a short break throughout the day to try to implement workplace art. This type of art can stimulate employees' brains, allow them to take their minds off work-related stress, making it easier to come back after experiencing a short mental break. I believe in my heart and soul 100% that there should be an arts and craft break, 4-minute break at every job. And then if somebody wants to do it, they can go out and do it. They can take a 10-minute break and go lay, 1,000 diamonds. We said 10 diamonds in a minute is 1,000 diamonds in 10 minutes, right? In reality, you're really not going to lay 1,000 diamonds in 10 minutes. Well, somebody might if that's all they're doing and they're not talking and they're not doing anything else, right? So when I'm in my peak of diamond painting, I can lay down those 1,000 diamonds in 10 minutes when all I have is multiplacing to do. So, I mean, it's possible. I mean, you could get it done pretty quickly if you just put your mind to it, right? If people are feeling anxious over work responsibilities and tasks, a brief crafting break can balance out those feelings and help you return to work with a greater sense of confidence. Number 6, helps you enjoy the present. Oh my God. I can sit and think about the past and what happened in my past and where my past went and what I did in my past. I can think of that all the time, right? Crafting is a very much as in the moment activity. It's easy to become completely absorbed by the tasks in hand, which allows us some release from the thoughts constantly running through our minds. You may find yourself distracted throughout the day by thoughts of errands you need to run, work you need to finish, or cleaning you need to do around the house. It can be overwhelming to think about the future and your responsibilities constantly, so you allow yourself some time to work on diamond art painting projects to keep yourself in the moment. Yes, I'm good at both sides of it. My mind runs constantly, and a lot of times the only way I can calm my mind and actually process and think is to do some kind of art project, because it allows my brain to slow down. And it allows my brain to quit worrying about everything else in the world, right? and it allows my brain to just relax. And all I do is concentrate. And once I get through and I feel relaxed, and then I let those thoughts come through. And it's a really good way for me to process, right? You might find your... Okay. It can be overwhelming to think about the future and your responsibilities constantly, so allow yourself some time to work on a diamond art project and keep yourself in the moment. You'll have to be hyper-focused by placing the diamond beads in exactly the right places, bringing you back to earth and giving you a physical activity to set your mind on. Enjoy the break. So, it's really just us allowing ourselves to have a break, right? So now you get a break. What are you going to do on your break? You got 10 minutes. You've gone to the bathroom, you've gotten a drink, you still have 5 minutes left. What are you going to do? Let's sit down and do some diamond painting for a few minutes. If it's on a static table and you don't have to move it and you can just go sit and you can say, oh, I only have 5 minutes. Let me go run and put a couple drills on a canvas. To do it on this canvas is not going to be done in 5 minutes, because in order to work on this canvas, I have to pull it from its spot. I have to get the tray. I have to get the pen. I have to get the drills. I have to shake the drills. I have to put them back. There's half of my time. 2.5 minutes gone. So then, now, when I'm done, I have to scurry, quickly pull the plastic back over, throw it up there, right? I could do that. Or I could go into my office and lay diamonds for 5 minutes. Because there's a painting that sits there that has the diamonds right there that I'm working on. It has a diamond painting pen. It's all set up. It's ready to go. All I have to do is sit down and diamond paint. So, if I have diamond painting set up, that's where I go to relax and do my 5-10 minute diamond paintings. If I have longer time, I'll choose to either go in there and work on the old shoe house, or I'll work on American Roots, or whatever I may be working on, right? So those are my two choices right now. I have 2 active, ongoing projects at all times. The ones that get done in the living room usually get done faster than the ones sitting in the office. Example, jackalope. It's the same size as sweet tooth. Slightly bigger than, I can't never remember the Chuck Pinson's one. It's just the winter scene with the church and it starts with Hope, but it's not Hope Floats. That's a movie, Hope something. Anyways, I did 3 paintings in the same amount of time that I did the jackalope. Okay, the jackalope could have been brought out here and finished very fast, but it's sat in there. So the ones on my table usually take longer to be completed than the ones that sit here in the office, in my living room. The ones in the office are way too big for me to sit on my lap. I probably could. It just takes a lot of work to try to maneuver them into those positions, right? And maybe I can do that in the future. But I like having something in there that I can quickly work on. Or if I want to go get away from everybody and just go be by myself, or go have a phone call with my mom, I'll diamond paint the whole time I talk to my mom on a FaceTime call. So let's get this done. You may find your status. Okay, we finished that one. Enjoy the break. 7, sense of accomplishment. Another way that crafting and art projects can motivate us is through the sense of achievement that we get when we finish something. Think about even simple tasks like reorganizing your closet after you've completed something you put work into. You do feel a certain amount of pride. Creating a fun and beautiful piece of art is an even better feeling when you end up with something you can proudly display throughout your home. It may also motivate you to start that other craft or home improvement project that you meant to get around to. yeah, so when I'm doing when I'm like diamond painting, I think about the other crafts I have. Oh, maybe I'll, and then I think about, oh, well, I probably should diamond paint today and cross stitch tomorrow, and I try to work it out. Sometimes diamond painting wins it all, and that's all I do. Other times cross stitch wins it all, and that's all I do, right? But right now I'm trying to do a variety, and I'm not doing very well. All I'm doing is diamond painting, so I'm going to be pushing myself to do more. So how to do, let me see how much longer this is. Okay, I think this is one that we're going to split up because we still have a long way to go. So we got through the 7, these are the 7 reasons why diamond art is just not for kids, okay? So we read the benefits of diamond art painting for adults. And we're going to end at that, and tomorrow we'll do how to do diamond painting kits for adults. So now we'll go in to how to do diamond painting kits for adults. We will continue that tomorrow. I know that this one is 50 minutes, and I had a couple other videos that need to pop in there as well. So this video will be over that 1 hour that I try to keep it at, but that's okay. Sometimes we need that. So with that said, if you like this video, we'd love to have a thumbs up. If you give us a thumbs down, that's fine. Just let us know in the comments below why you're thinking that you need to give it a thumbs down. I want to thank our new subscriber today. We have a new subscriber. Welcome to our channel. You now have taken us into double digits, so we're at 10 now. Yay! So excited. I know most people get excited over 100, but you know what? I've been doing this, and I've been doing this on my own. I've not reached out to other creators, and I need to really start doing that. I now have it at the double digits. I just wanted to see if I could get it to 10. This is really just a hobby for me, so if I don't get to 1,000 right away, I'm not that worried. But anyways, if you want to be part of the Sunset Girl Creates family and see all the fun things up and coming and what we're going to be working on, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and be a part of the Sunset Girl Creates family so that you can join us and have the fun that we have. As well as if you want to know when I upload my videos, go ahead and hit that bell icon next to the subscribe button, and it will let you know each time I upload the video. So with that said, I want to wish you all a very happy, wonderful, is today Saturday? A wonderful Saturday. Enjoy your weekend. You'll actually see this on Sunday, so I hope your weekend has been well. And with that said, I bid you adieu and have a great day, everybody. Bye-bye.